Hello from the Appalachian Trail. It is day 28 and I'm on mile 195. I topped Seiler Bald. I just had lunch about half mile down the trail, and behind me is my next big peak, and that is Clingman's Dome. That is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail, about 6,600 feet or something like that. I'll have a video tomorrow. What we're going to plan on doing is, actually there's two other hikers with me, and one of them has snowshoes like me, so I have my snowshoes on here, and I am really glad I have my snowshoes, because this is the leftover from the storm, and it's not really that deep. It's maybe a couple feet in some spots, but mostly a foot. And because of the rain and the sun and the somewhat warm temperatures, it's really hard to walk without snowshoes. We have one hiker in our group here of us three that don't have snowshoes, and she is really hurting. So far we've been doing this about 30 miles. The whole Smoky Mountains I've been wearing my snowshoes, except for a couple of spots where I take them off where it's kind of bald, what is melted on the rocks. But since Monday night, I started late Monday. I did used my headlamp and some night hiking in the snow. It wasn't too bad, but as soon as I hit the snow, I put the snowshoes on, and Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, today is all snowshoes. And these things are just awesome because the snow is slightly crusted, and without snowshoes, maybe you can see here the footprints here. You go way down in the snow, but with the snowshoes, you just glide right over the top of the stuff in most cases. So easy day today. Probably about 8 miles, 7 or 8 miles. Not easy. Every day is hard, really, but comparatively, not many mountains to climb today. So tomorrow's going to be different because we have Clingman Dome. But the good thing about Clingman Dome is on the other side is Newfing Gap, and that's where we get our shuttle into Gatlinburg. So we have a shuttle scheduled for tomorrow afternoon, like 5 o'clock or something, and that'll take us into town. It's kind of tricky trying to schedule this because we don't know how much snow is up on top of the mountain, and that might slow us down a bit, or at least the hiker that doesn't have snowshoes. But we all are going to walk through this together, so it's really nice having a small group. It's kind of nice in the shelters. I've been sleeping in the shelters. I don't really like to, because unless there's a storm, like when I was north of Fontana, I felt like I had to sleep in the shelters because of the ice storm, and I could hear trees breaking at night and during the day. Here, you can see behind me, there's no chance of any trees breaking. All the snow and ice have pretty much gone off the trees anyway. The sky is blue again. Another perfect day for hiking. It's about 35 degrees. Not much wind. I hope the wind isn't affecting this. I'm still not using my microphone. It's packed in my backpack. I'll dig it out and get it right next time. But what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to try to sleep outside the shelter. It's kind of a rule that you're supposed to sleep in the shelter, but I've been hanging my hammock in the shelter, which is breaking the rules anyway, so I might as well just be comfortable and be outside if I'm going to break the rules. So I'm going to do that tonight. And what we're going to do is, because it's going to be a long day tomorrow, and we want to make sure we get to the highway on our scheduled appointment time. What we're going to do is wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, head out at 4, and that'll give us about 3 hours to get to the top of Clingman's and watch the sunrise. So I'm going to have breakfast with the sunrise on Clingman. So I'm hoping that the weather is still going to be good tomorrow morning, and that'll give us all day to go down the 8 miles to the highway. So another good day on the Appalachian Trail. I'm staying warm, I'm staying dry for the most part. couple of days ago in the rain, I got soaked, but the air is dry and the sun is out, and those guys like to make a fire in the shelter. There's a fireplace in all the shelters so far in the Smokies, and they like to make fires. I hang my sock next to the fire to dry that stuff out, so it's kind of nice. But the last couple of days have been pretty nice. I mean, it's like perfect if you have snowshoes. I know there's a bunch of hikers behind us that don't have snowshoes. It's going to be a long hike through the Smokies without snowshoes. I'm glad I have my Northern Lights. Talk to you later, Yobo.